Like it paid off. What did you like about him tonight?
You didn't like the decision, huh? From the sounds of it, huh?
I didn't dispute it.
Oh, okay. All right. No, he was good. And then we started him last time. We played him against Minnesota at home, too. He played well. So, it was good having, because they got really basically 2 5s out there. So, he's going to be popping back. They're going to be helping a lot. They help Irving to get into the paint. He's going to be wide open. He had a lot of shots that I know he wish he can get back. So, having 10 rebounds is big for us, making 4 threes.
LeBron's been on an extended, hot streak shooting percentage-wise. What have you seen that's helped his efficiency?
I think, playing with that second unit, getting the spacing, I think he gets a chance to rebound the basketball. Kind of like Jason Kidd, just push it. And he gets, to the paint a lot with that second unit with Channing, Corver, RJ, and those guys on the floor. So that's when he really gets aggressive, I think, in that second quarter. I think in the first quarter, he just comes out, feels the game out, getting guys involved early. And then that second quarter, he just kind of, still making plays, but ramps his offense up.
You mentioned something pregame. I didn't get a chance to follow up. Some dates in March that potentially LeBron.
I forgot I said that.
Well, you mentioned
I forgot. Thank you.
Done by committee.
I can't hear you.
Talk about getting it done by committee.
Yeah.
Replacing those numbers that Kevin Love would put up. Derek Williams comes in. Talk about his performance tonight and his activity.
Just great. I mean, he's a guy you can put him on, 1 through 4. He guarded Rubio, he guarded Wiggins, he guarded Jang a little bit. So just his defensive, versatility, his athleticism running the floor. You see LeBron throw him a lob, and also be able to catch the ball in direct line drive and get to the free throw line. So he's been a good addition for us.
Anything change in the fourth, the way you guys guarded Wiggins? He had just 4 points after.
I think he got tired. He always kills us for some reason. When you play against a team that drafted you and and traded you away, even though he's a great player, he still, when he plays the Cavs, he's up for the game. He plays well every single time.
You haven't hid the fact that you run through Kevin, especially early in games, first play of the games for Kevin. How much is this going to change now, just the way you guys approach every game, not having him there?
It's definitely going to change. Just got to figure it out, every game from game to game. But, like I said, guys got to step up. There's no excuses. Like I told you, we'll play well until he gets back. We'll hold the ship down, until him and JR gets back, and we'll be fine. So we just got to do it by committee, and just game to game is going to be something different. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, there was chances throughout the game that you guys were able to advance forward, but the Timberwolves continued to hang in. What kind of challenges did they present?
I mean, they got a two-headed monster over there now. Wishing Zach a speedy recovery, but those two guys are, they're relying a lot on them offensively and defensively. So, Tibbs is doing a great job putting him in position to be successful. A lot of ISOs for Andrew, a lot of ISOs for Cat, and they're taking full advantage of it. So it just really came down to us making some big defensive plays come down the stretch, kind of limiting Andrew, getting going in the fourth, and just try to make it as difficult as we can on him. So.
We did see you run off the floor there at the end. Everything okay with you?
Yeah, I'm ready to get home. I'm not feeling well. Go give this cold to my girlfriend. So, yeah.
That's a kind Valentine's Day gift.
Very kind Valentine's Day,
When you guys talk about next man up with Kevin being out, how does that affect your role? What can you do to add more?
A few shots here and there that, I kind of would give to Kev coming off pick and rolls. Now go to Channing, those pick and rolls. But just staying in an aggressive mindset. When me and Bron are on the floor together, staying aggressive. And when one of us goes out, we got to keep the load going, and really, really execute at a high level offensively. So that's making plays, getting out in transition, getting some easy baskets, and getting some timely stops.
What do you like about what Derek gave you guys off the bench tonight?
I mean, I told him that it's a total different level of, expectation, and also a pure joy of what the game is supposed to look like when you have other good players on the team, of guys willing to be unselfish. We have an offensive package, defensive package that we can go to, and, he can just come in and fit in. He plays extremely hard. He plays above the rim. He can guard, 2 through almost 5, and, when you have the ability to do that, and you're on a team like this, we're going to get you the ball, and then we're going to put you in a spot to be successful on both ends. So I think he's doing a great job of just coming in, being ready to play, understanding that the culture that we have built here, that we've been building, is it's not hard. It's not hard. Just come in, do your job, and be ready to play.
You came into the league with him, and he was talking before the game about he's never been on a winner, and he feels something different when he walks into the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Do you sense something different with him?
I mean, it's his first time being on a team like this. You know, just like it was for me when, you know, Bron and Mike Miller and James Jones, and, you know, we have Perk and we have vets coming in, and, you know, guys that come in, do their job to the highest ability. And then, of course, when you have a guy like Bron coming in that lays the foundation down and is, you know, taking the time to really lead you and help you in different things. And when you have questions, just go up and ask. Those guys have been through, you know, from being on bad teams, losing teams, to being on winning teams, to teams that are trying to make the playoffs, championship teams. So, you know, for me, I've just tried to gain as much knowledge and really lean on those guys. And I think Derek is doing a great job of just coming in and doing the same thing, of just really being a sponge, understanding that this is a really high-level league. This is a high-level team. So every single night, teams are going to give us their best shot. And for us, you know, we expect a lot from one another. We're able to trust one another and just be very communicative and just play our games and understanding our roles. And that's what being a consummate professional in this league is. So, yeah.
All right. If you could, just one more. If you could just, how would you sum up in like a sentence the way LeBron's game seems to be kind of crescendoing in February? Seems that he's getting stronger.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, you know, we've he's doing what he's supposed to be doing at an extremely high level, being very efficient, and what a time to be doing that than us gearing up for getting ready for an extreme journey. So, you know, he's really locked in, which I love, and I'm just trying to be right there with him as best I can. So.
LeBron, how much of yourself, if any, do you see in Andrew Wiggins, and what's the ceiling for him?
I don't see myself in him, but his ceiling is very high.
Asked Ty post-game where he sees your efficiency being helped in February. He thinks playing with the second unit with the spacing. He compared you to Jason Kidd. He said you can grab the defensive board and just kind of take it down the court. Is that accurate? Has that been kind of helping your game?
Oh, well, I mean, me personally, I've always been conscious of my efficiency and being, you know, efficient on the floor, you know, and but, you know, being in the second lineup, those guys, you know, they give me a lot of space to play, and they make a lot of shots from the perimeter, which allows me to get some lanes to drive. So it's been beneficial for myself and for the team.
You mentioned this morning that you guys are fine without Kevin, and Ty mentioned that it was going to take a committee approach. What we saw tonight with you, Kyrie, leading the way, Channing chipping in, Derek off the bench, is this kind of the blueprint for you guys for the next 6 weeks?
Well, I mean, you know, for us, we just want to try to play our game, and the coach staff won't give us a game plan. It's up to us to go out and execute it. The one thing that we can always rely on is the fact that we've played without Kev before, you know, and we've had to do that in the playoffs. And as much as you don't like to play without some of your big guns, sometimes if it happens, then you're just ready for it. And the acquisition of Derek is going to help us, but Channing stepped up tonight in the absence. Tristan is his normal self, and to get Shump back another body, that helped us out a lot as well.
Because you've been through the process of trying to get back to the mountaintop after winning it. At this stage of the year, what were you concentrating on back then? Like, what are you trying to impart with 30 games left in the regular season?
Well, for me, it's just complacency, you know, and not being satisfied with the process. You know, you know, there's going to be a lot of games. We got a lot of road games. We got a lot, you know, some home games in, you know, these last 30 games. But we want to try to continue to get better and better. So when the playoffs start, we're not just relying on saying let's hit the switch. You can't just do that. You have to rely on those 6 or 7 months that you had in the regular season to get ready for it.
LeBron, what did you like about what Derek gave you off the bench, and how does he fit into this offense?
He fits perfectly. He's just energy and effort. You know, those West Coast guys love to run the floor, and my little league coaches always tell me I look like a West Coast guy because I like to run the floor as well, so we fit in perfect. And even without the practice time, we haven't been able to practice since we signed him. He still fit in, and you know, and it's going to get better and better, you know, hopefully. You know, obviously we know he's on a 10-day, but hopefully, you know, he'll be around for a little bit longer than that, and he can get better and better with the system.
Teams want to peak at the right time. Individually, can you manage yourself? Like, if you have a hot month, what can you do to sustain that?
Well, I mean, for me, it's been a good month so far, and for our team, you know, after a, you know, not so good January. So, you know, but at the end of the day, the break is coming up. We got one more game tomorrow. The break is coming up, and I think we all can use it, including you guys. you know, and just, you know, get ready for, you know, the later stage of the season and prepare for the playoffs. But I've always looked forward to after the break. It's my favorite part.
How did you fix your three-point shot?
How did I fix it? Just repetition, just working on it, trusting in it, and just being efficient.
All right. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Mike.
I know I mentioned a couple times about playing time, but another 39.5 minutes. Is it really okay going forward in the next couple months?
I'm good. Can you play 39?
I wish I could.
All right, then. I'm good.
Thank It's all because of our fans. Thank you guys for coming out.
It means everything to play in front of these fans.
They're on their feet cheering for us and making that extra difference in the end.
You know, it's a prideful city, being part of something that's almost bigger than ourselves. The energy that we have on the floor, we get from them. You know, it's only right that we just try to give it back to them in retrospect.
Guarantee your seats to next season and beyond. For info, call 800-820-CAVS or visit Cavs.com/enroll.